doing, YouTube? Russell Sage with Sagesurvival, and most recently, Russell Sage from Naked and Afraid. So, I was at the Blade Show a couple months back, Blade Show in Georgia, and ran across this awesome knife company, alright? Behring Made Knives. Now, walking across and seeing their products and the knives that they have, I fell in love with one particular knife. It's the Behring Technical Badlander. Alright? And this knife, I'll tell you what, it's a nice little tool. I've really enjoyed working with it for the last 2 months. So, we're going to cut to some specs real quick so you get an idea of what this knife is capable of doing, and then we'll get into some, hard skills. Alright? So, here we go. So, this right here is the Badlander, and as you can see, has a American flag etched into it. American flag represents the that it is completely made in the United States. American made, baby. That's how we like it. Even the screws for the handle were made in Detroit. I'm telling you what, it's a unique knife. The sheath itself, now granted, the 550 cord is an add-on. Something that I put on here. I believe you should always have a good bit of 550 cord with you. But it's made out of Techlock. Was a polymer, I'm guessing, plastic. Has a leather strap going over it, faceted in. Now this leather strap gives you different ways to wear it. You can wear it in scalp position by sliding your belt through here. You can wear it vertical by sliding your belt through here. Now the vertical is mostly for right-handed. It would be difficult to wear it left-handed unless you invert it on the other side. But the scout option allows you to wear it left-handed or right-handed. So yeah, pretty badass little knife. So let's see what this bad boy can do. Now, being as that this is a tactical knife, not a bushcraft knife or one that you would normally think is, I use any knife I have, and I use it for all purposes. So basically this little test we're going to do is some batoning. Now essentially I'm not going to show you how I can split 17 logs with this knife. I just want to really show you that it can be used to baton. So I'm going to beat on it a couple times with a stick, make sure it doesn't shatter on me or anything like that, just to show you what it's capable of doing. So I'm just going to put it down here and beat on it. Now it's got a pretty thick spine, and I would try to beat on the hardest part or the thickest part to ensure that it's not going to break. But since this is a like a demo, I'm going to beat on all parts of the knife. So since it has a slimmer spine up here, we're going to beat on that a little bit. Still the same. So essentially, I could use this to build a shelter. I can use this to split smaller firewood. So I would still use this as a bushcraft knife. Thumbs up on the batoning. Now, every time I look for a knife, I run a couple questions through my head. Will I, A, be able to survive with this knife? B, will it throw a spark? Things like this are what I think of. Batoning a piece of wood, it doesn't really show much, but to me it shows that I could build a shelter with it. I can make firewood with it. Secondly, does it throw a spark? I mean, you can see a knife in a package and not be able to tell if it's got a good enough edge to throw a spark. Essentially, I don't like using the blade, the cutting edge of a blade, to throw my sparks because it's going to dull your tool, and that's the essential reason why you have this tool, for the cutting edge. So I always look for a spine that has a sharp 90-degree angle on it. The Badlander has a sharp 90-degree angle on it. Now, I know it will, but I want to show y'all that with my fire starter and the 90-degree angle on the spine of the Badlander, would I be able to throw a spark? And let's see. Looks like a pretty good spark to me. Looks like a Roman candle going off. So, you know, I mean, throwing a spark is half the battle. You have to find the right tinder for your tinder bundle and everything like that. But essentially, with this little test, I could tell you for a fact that this throws enough spark in order to get you a fire going. So, you know, that concludes the video on the Badlander as far as what it can do. I recommend you looking them up. I'm going to post the contact information for Behring Made Knives. Like I said, this is the Badlander. Badass knife. Thank you for watching this video on the Badlander. I really enjoyed it, this knife. I really enjoyed making this video. Can't say enough good things about this blade. It's going to be one of the ones that I carry with me everywhere I go. So thank you for watching Sagesurvival, and like and share and tell all your buddies about this badass knife. Alright, stay safe, YouTube.